So in about 10 minutes, I'm going to show you guys how you can audit your own social media as an agent in 2025. My name is Andrew Machado. I'm the CEO and founder of Digital World Connections, where we help hundreds of agents when it comes to digital marketing and advertising. And I teach over 20 to 30 classes a week, totaling over 15,000 agents that I've personally trained when it comes to marketing, advertising, lead generating, and so forth. Okay, and today we're going to talk about a very quick thing that you could do to diagnose what's wrong and what's good with your social media. An important thing you should honestly do as a checkup every single month. Now, as a realtor, which platform should you even be on? The main two that everyone has heard of, which is the obvious two, is Instagram and Facebook. Yes. Now, if you're doing video content, which you should, TikTok is your goal. Okay, you should definitely integrate both of them. So you have three. Now, LinkedIn is not necessarily needed for every single agent. But I will tell you, when it comes to getting more video content to build your YouTube channel, which is great, LinkedIn is great. Or if you're looking to connect with other people to get referrals, LinkedIn is a good platform. I generally always recommend presence everywhere, right? Even if you're not optimizing it individually, just having posts everywhere. Your goal is to be omnipresent as an agent. We are in a day and age where if people could find more things about you everywhere, there's naturally more trust within them. Okay. Now, review your page as if you're a potential client. You should ask yourself, hey, would you use you if you saw your own social media? And if the answer is no, you have work to do. And if the answer is yes, personally send me what your account looks like and maybe I'll see if I agree with you. Okay. Now, does your page have a following few categories? Number one, professional profile picture. Easy to see. We don't need any clutter in the background. Is it a nice, clean picture of you smiling? And is there anything that is key to saying that, hey, this guy looks professional? You don't want to look like always goofy either. Okay. Professional username and handle. This is important. A lot of people use their first and last name, do something like, they do something creative with their last name as well. Like, you know, um, Cash with Holmes. I know somebody who has a first name whose name is Cash, so he'll do something like Cash with Holmes or Cash for Cash, right? Just being creative like that. Again, professional username and handle. You don't have to put like a bunch of random letters because that may look not professional. All right. A bio and location clarity. Where do you serve? Right? Are you a realtor? Are you a broker owner? How many agents do you have? How many clients have you helped? And where are the places that you serve? Like serving, for example, New York City, Long Island, and Queens and Brooklyn, right? Make that location clear because, again, a lot of times people just quickly view these bios, and if they can't get the clarity they need, some people have no interest of looking any further. They might just go to another account, okay? Do your posts have a call to action right away? Is there a link on your Instagram page, for example, or on your Facebook or on your TikTok that people can go to if they want to check out more things? That link typically should get redirected to a website. I'm not the biggest fan of Linktree per se because your goal is not to give attention to not only to other companies, your goal is to give attention to yourself. And if you keep everything on your website, you can get great website analytics that you can use to retarget in the future. And after viewing your own content, would someone like no one trust you? So if you pretended like you don't know yourself and you looked at your own content, do you genuinely feel that you would like you if you viewed your social media? And can someone easily contact you from your bio? And this kind of goes back to the direct call to action, right? Is there a great way, whether that's a DM, whether that's a phone number, whether that's an email, can someone easily contact you? Okay. Now, your social media is your modern day business card. A lot of people, spend so much time printing out a bunch of business cards. I have nothing against that, but they also forget that the free business card is sitting on their phone and it's just an app. Okay. Yes, in many ways, according to this study, in many ways, social media can be considered the new business card, right? It offers a powerful and cost effective way to connect with potential clients, build brand recognition, and really drive business, including your social media handles and all your business cards. This is important. Also, your website and any other thing that you publish, whether that's a blog, it can really create more traffic, which creates more of that like, know, and trust, like we talked about being omnipresent. Okay. Now, again, some of the most obvious benefits: you have expanded reach, cost-effective marketing, free apps, building relationships. You're doing the same thing in real life, but you're doing it over a phone, reaching more people, which means more relationships, more ways to quickly build like, know, and trust. You're showcasing your brand and increase trust and credibility. That's the obvious one. Now, you have to do yourself a content audit. Are you posting with purpose or are you just posting for the sake of posting? Are you covering the three core buckets first when it comes to content? Value/problem solving content, personal content, and community content. If you are not, or if you're doing one of these three, you have to do the other two. Now, what I typically recommend people is, a lot of times, like batch a lot of your content, because as agents, things can be unexpected. You'd rather be in a position where you have content already prepared, so then you can just kind of go with it. And, even if you don't have the time day to day to create more stuff, you still have content that you've already prepared in the past. Okay. Are your captions clear, intentional, and written in the tone of your voice? I dropped a video on storytelling earlier as well. So are your captions written in a way where people can really feel things, not just see things and see facts or features? Are you showing your face? You don't necessarily have to be like a vlogger or an influencer. It's not what I'm asking you to be, but you have to show your face, because I don't know who you are, right? And as an agent, I'm not going to talk to like the back of you. I'm going to talk to your face. And if I can't see you, I might have lost all trust, or it's just more a doubt that I should not have as a prospect of yours. Your prospect should not have any doubts about what you do. They should be very clear. They should know who you are, what your personality is. And if you can't show them your face, we have lots of problems with that. Okay. And are you posting consistently? Again, you guys are competing with so many people. This is why consistency is part of the reason it's required, because other agents are consistent and your job is to stay in front of your competitors. If you are not consistent and they are, you get forgotten. But even if your competitors didn't exist and you weren't consistent, you will get forgotten by strangers, which again, you can't just rely on referrals. You got to rely on the colder market as well. Just some quick tips here. Label your highlights clearly on social media. Highlights are a collection of stories, 24-hour posts that you've posted on a story. They're vertical. Make them very clear and highlight them together, right? So basically, buyer stories, seller stories, sold or community stories, or personal, right? Testimonials are great. Avoid generic or blank highlight covers. Canva is great to make like a little highlight design, or you could take one of the photos from your camera and make a little highlight profile image. Use highlights to serve as your permanent proof and frequent answers and questions. A lot of people don't utilize highlights, but again, highlights is a quick way to see things. You just have to tap just like a story just to see what's out there. So it's pretty quick to really rack up a bunch of album of the same topic. Sometimes with posts, since you're posting different topics all the time, if you're trying to find testimonials, you might have to keep scrolling down. But with highlights, you could put all your testimonials in one go. Your last 9 posts is your first impression, especially on platforms like Instagram. When you open the platform, you could really only see 9 posts when you scroll down. Then you have to keep scrolling down for more. So again, we are in a day and age where people may not scroll down all the way, right? So those first 9 posts really do matter. You're really creating that whole saying the first impression is the best impression. Okay. Would someone know what you do, who you help, and where you're located from a quick scroll? And if they don't, your message isn't clear enough. Simplicity wins today. And again, this is where the consistency factor comes in, because if somebody does click on your post, like your first post was yesterday, then your last post was last week after that, then your post after that was like 3 weeks ago, no consistency. Again, the message may not be clear and people may think, oh, this person doesn't seem so active in real estate. Okay. Pinned post strategy. You can pin certain posts, therefore that they're the first post that people can really see. These posts could be posted 10 years ago, 4 years ago, but you can still pin them to the top. Typically, the best performing ones are the ones that are pinned so people can see it. It might be the one that have the most value as well. My recommendation is to always pin 3 categories: one value post, one personal post, right, which is something about you, and one call to action, whether that's like DMing them for a buyer guide or a seller guide, right? So they know, if they don't have to look through all your posts, they know where they can go to if they may need even more assistance from you. A video presence audit. If someone has only watched your last 3 videos, do they know what you actually help with? Do they know your personality and your expertise? If they don't, again, you have to work better on simplifying your message. You don't need to go viral. You need to be visible and valuable. Now, if you go viral, that's great. But remember, virality doesn't always mean conversion. Virality might just mean more curiosity, and people might just check more about who you are. And if you don't have any more content backing up who you are, there goes conversions. You just lost more opportunities. Okay. So these are some key quick concepts that I wanted to share with you guys today on doing a social media audit on your own page, right? Now, if you find this a little bit confusing, or if you feel like, hey, this was great, but I need some suggestions on like what I can do, right? Or if you want me to just give you like a free marketing audit for yourself, so you can just kind of get like a blueprint for free, you guys can book a call with me. There's a link in the description. It should say suggestions for digital marketing. It goes through a calendar link. You can book on a time with me and we can hop on a quick Zoom. I can give you guys some suggestions of what you need to do and just basically give you a free social media audit. Okay. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, my name is Andrew Machero, CEO and founder of Digital World Connections, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video.